Good afternoon. This is Brent Pinkson, your remote life coach, coming to you from Tampa, Florida. And I just wanted to drop in today and comment on the blog post that I put up this morning titled Start Succeeding Today. So the whole gist of this blog post is an effective way to set and achieve your life's goals. So for a lot of people, they can go out and make a list of goals, write down the tasks that they know they need to do, and then get busy with those tasks and just start marking them off. And that's enough for them, along with maybe a little bit of accountability support. But they get this process started, they're well on their way, they have some accountability, and they achieve it. But there's another group of people, and this is a group of people that I would have fallen into before I was able to kind of turn my life around and begin practicing what I'm giving for you today. And that is that when they set goals, all these thoughts start to rise up, and they're not thoughts that they wanted to come up, but they just start coming up, and they start asking themselves questions like, you couldn't do this the last time. What makes you think you can do it this time? Oh, this is going to be really difficult. Things are going to get real uncomfortable. Well, here's what this method of goal setting will do for you. Goal setting and goal achievement does not need to be so difficult. Don't get me wrong. If you're going to achieve anything worth doing, there may be some stressful situations and things that are difficult, and you're definitely going to put in some hard work. But it doesn't need to cause suffering in your life. So what I've done here is I've laid out a list of simple steps that are similar to traditional goal setting and achievement, but they kind of just like flip the order of operation and change the perspective on some of the tasks. So step one is just to write down your goals, and don't write down all of your goals. Just write down the big three goals. The three goals in your life that are absolutely going to revolutionize your life, they're your moonshots. They're the things that you really want, right? They're the things that will stand enough chance to motivate you. And then step two is visualize what a day in your life would look like once you've achieved all these goals. Now, we're not going to set these up for motivation. What we want to do here is we want to plan an intention in your mind that you're going to achieve these goals and kind of give you an idea that these are going to be the benefits. But it's not to keep you motivated, because we've got something else to do that. So first, write down your goals. Second, visualize a day in your life after you've achieved your goals, and write down specifically what these goals will mean for your life. So once you've done that, take the first 5 tasks, not 100 tasks, not 10 tasks, just take 5 tasks, the first 5 tasks, and they're things that you know you need to do, and just make these the tasks that have a specific beginning and end. There are things that you'll need to do, and you may need to do them on a regular basis, and things you'll need to practice and get better at, right? So pick 5 of these tasks, and then step 4 is to start the practice. So have you ever wondered why we call a doctor's office or a law office a practice? We like to think they're the experts, but they're just like us in life. They practice and learn every day from what they do. But instead of having all these thoughts come up and barrage us and discourage us, we're going to get rid of and we're going to separate the goal. All that we know at this point is we want to achieve these goals, and we have an intention to do this. And now we're going to break off and start practicing tasks that are going to push us there. And during this whole process, from step 1 to the very end, the one thing you're going to do different is you're going to notice what thoughts are coming up in your mind. When you set the goal, you might have a thought that says, wow, this is going to be awesome. Or maybe you have a negative thought about the goal that says, oh, you couldn't do this last time. What makes you think you're going to do it now? This is too big. This is going to be hard. This is going to be a struggle. This is what happens for a lot of people when they set their goals. And we're going to eliminate the threat of that during the time that you're actually achieving your goals, because in step 4, we're going to take these first 5 tasks and work on them first. And as we're doing the task, we're going to focus on the tasks themselves. And anytime we sense these thoughts coming up, we're just going to acknowledge the thoughts, but we're not going to add anything else to them. Just take a couple of deep breaths, get back to doing the tasks. And anytime thoughts come up, whether they're positive or negative, whether they're like, oh, this is going to be so awesome, or whether they're terrible thoughts that you can't do this, we're just going to acknowledge the thoughts, and we're going to go back and we're really going to enjoy the tasks that we're doing. And we're going to pay attention to every step, and we're going to do the tasks like they have something to tell us. To pay attention, because indeed they do have something to tell us. And the telling factor is the thoughts that your mind will introduce without you even asking for them. Because these are the things that your mind does, because your mind doesn't want you to get uncomfortable. But we're just going to acknowledge these thoughts, and we're going to go back to the task, and we're just going to enjoy the process. So after you knock out the first 5 of these tasks, or you've gone as far as you can and now you need someone to do something different, when you need more to do, take the next 5 tasks. Figure out what the next 5 things that you know you're going to need to get done. And these could involve other people and be more complex tasks, but you're going to do the same thing. You're going to go through these tasks one at a time, and you're going to approach them like practice. And as you have the thoughts come up, because what most people don't realize is it's these thoughts that you have while you're in the process of achieving your goals that actually cause you to quit and actually cause you to fail. The only way you can really fail is if you stop. And if you don't stop and you just acknowledge, the problem you're having, or acknowledge the thought about a problem you're having, and then just go back to figuring out the task, and you knock off these tasks, after a period of time, you're going to be able to work very comfortably. And when things start to get quote unquote uncomfortable, you won't really be uncomfortable, because you'll be enjoying the process of doing your tasks and moving things along. And it's at this point that you can move on to step number 5. And step number 5 is to go back and not only take your top 3 goals, but take all of your goals and make them specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. And do the traditional goal setting, and then move forward, because at that point you won't have a lot of the stress anymore, and you'll be able to handle that. And just changing up this order of operations a little bit will help you out tremendously. And I know this because I fell in that camp of people that couldn't do the traditional goal setting. I carried a lot of insecurities with me from a childhood traumatic event, and it took just going through practicing, not viewing these things as if my life was going to end if I didn't achieve them, but just doing the tasks and enjoying the task, and also too building the self-awareness of paying attention to the thoughts that came up. This process will revolutionize the life of anyone who has tried to achieve things and has failed in the past. Listen, over the last 3 years of my life, I now make more money than I ever have. I'm more secure than I've ever been. And I'm still going through steps 4 and 5, just doing the practice, and then every week just kind of reviewing the thoughts that I had about things and where my achievement is. And I've not really done a lot of the SMART goals because I've achieved a lot of what I wanted to, and I'm still working on some of the goals that I haven't achieved yet, but I'm really just enjoying the process. And the other thing I want to share with you is I'm not trying to bring you to this blog post or get you to take advantage of a free life coaching session because I want it. I'm trying to do this because I genuinely want to share what I've learned. My day job is that of a senior data engineer, and I'm very happy in that career. And for me, the life coaching and everything else is just my way of contributing back to other people. So if you want to reach out at the bottom of this blog post, just reach out. Take advantage of a free half-hour coaching session or a free 1-hour coaching session, and let me know how I can be of service to you. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.